Hey guys, today we are doing an oldie but goodie. We're going in with Soft Glam from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. If you've never watched an oldie but goodie before, this is where I take an older palette. I will do an entire look with, and then when I'm done, I will go in with like more of an updated, fun, new kind of shimmer. I want to say hi. My name's Jenna. I am an eyeshadow addict. I would love it if you guys would subscribe and stick around. Like that fly. All right, guys, let's get started. All right, let's see. I think I definitely want to go in with this one. The transition, trying to decide. You know, I always go in. I'm gonna go in with this one. We're gonna start with that. Gosh, I have to tell you guys what happened here the other day. It was so crazy. It was Monday, Veterans Day. My husband was off. We were out in the morning just doing stuff. He was doing tractor work, and then I went in about 12:30 to make lunch. And my house, it's set up, it's like a little farmhouse, and my kitchen is like a galley type kitchen, and then it goes into the living room. It's just like the living room is just right there. And then we have a very large window. It's like the width is like 9 feet probably, and the height is probably like 4 feet. I really love it because we have an above ground pool that really keeps the kids entertained in the summertime, and I can just see it right there, pretty much from the living room, the dining room, the kitchen. It's great. So everybody came in and they were eating lunch, and my husband was sitting at the end of the table, and my son was on the other side of the table, like with his back to the window. And we were expecting a storm to come in. It's supposed to start raining like about 2 o'clock. I was in the kitchen doing stuff, and everybody just kept commenting on every time we would look to the north, it was just getting like darker and darker, and it would just seem like it was coming like quicker and quicker. It seemed like every 5 minutes I was looking, and I was like, wow, that's coming in really quick. And I needed to go get some stuff picked up before it started raining. I'm going to come in with Sienna next. So finally, I was like, I got to go pick my stuff up before it starts to rain. So I walked out, and the door goes out to the east, and we have like a really big awning over it. So I didn't really notice anything at first. So I stepped off the porch and went to the south, and out to the west, the big dark clouds that were rolling in. It was not rain, it was a wall of dirt. I wish I was exaggerating, but it was like the beginning of it, and there was dirt flying everywhere. It was in my eyes were watering, I couldn't even see. I was like, forget it. I don't care if it gets wet. And I went back inside, and when I was coming through the door, I was like, you guys got to see this. And I walked into the kitchen, and my husband wasn't sitting there anymore. My son was still eating, and I looked out the window, and I don't know why. Like, there was just something about the wind that wasn't right. Normally, it just blows in one direction, but it was just like all over the place. And Joseph was still sitting there. I go, get up and get away from the window. I need to shut the curtains. And he was like, ooh, why? He was starting to get up. And right then I yelled, I go, get away from the window. And he got right to the corner of the table and was walking towards me. You guys, the pool flew up and came straight to the window. Like, I screamed. I'm gonna dip into this one next. And I was just like, I just braced myself because I knew it was going to hit the window and break. But luckily, I actually, after everything settled down, I went out and took a video. I'll put it up here so you guys can check it out. But luckily, the corner of the pool caught the top of the house and the porch, so it didn't hit the window. So scared. If it had hit the window and broke it, I mean, my kid was just like feet away from that window. I was so scared. And then I was talking to my husband, and he wasn't answering me. And I said, "Where's dad at?" And poor Joseph, I think he was in shock because he didn't even answer me. And I go, "Is dad inside the house?" And he goes, "He went to park his tractor." And I was like, so I went outside back along the south way again, and I got to the end of the house and I saw his tractor was parked, and I was nervous because I don't know what else is blown over. I don't know what caused it to, like, I don't know if it's just the wind or what's going on outside. So I went back along the south side that I came in, and when I came around the corner, he came around the north side. I was so relieved. And when he came in, he said he had just parked the tractor and was coming through the gate when he saw the pool lift up and blow to the house. And then he said, "I'm going to tap into just a little bit of that." We have a just a little makeshift greenhouse. I just had my husband help me Saturday put the plastic on it. He said that the wind, because I had the front open because it wasn't cold, and we were just expecting some rain. And he said that the plastic in the it just went like one, two, and then it just blew right up and off. So this weekend I have to have him help me again put it on. And I mean, it's not hard, but it's tedious because it's such a big piece of plastic, and I couldn't believe it. And then when it was all over, we were all back in there and we were still standing in the kitchen. Poor Joseph was still standing in the same spot, and he goes, "I'm shaking." And I looked down at my hands and I was actually shaking too. It was this one of the scariest things I've ever seen. It's like when you watch one of the, like, Twister or something, and you're seeing stuff flying through the house, flying around outside. It was so crazy. Never, I mean, I've been here my entire life. I've never seen anything like that happen before. Let's see. I'm gonna go with seeing it. I'm gonna go in with this one. I mean, on occasions, usually like in March, we do have like dust storms. It was a lot more when I was younger. Now we have like a lot. Oh boy, that was a mess. That's okay. I'll fix it up. I'll just run some powder under there. Um, Now we have a lot of trees, almond trees, and that. So it breaks the wind off, and then also we don't have as much dirt because back before we had like a lot of grapes, and it would just cause the dirt, it would just fly across the road. It was like a dust storm, and like you couldn't even see across the road. So that I was used to. This I never seen anything like it before in my life. And the wind, we were just sitting in the living room, and for about probably like 45 minutes at least, that it was just this really strong gust of wind. The pool was like taunting us at the window. It just kept banging. We didn't know, like, is it gonna break, is it like gonna hit the window eventually? So it lasted like for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then after all that, I'm expecting like thunderbolt of lightning, rain, and that, and it was just like the most average rain ever. It was so strange. It caused car accidents. There was a 20 car pile up. Luckily nobody was hurt. It was just minor injuries. I'm so grateful that we were okay, nothing was broke and thing. But I was like one of the scariest things I've ever experienced. I'm gonna go in with the shimmer. Think I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna go in with fairy right here to start with. I'm gonna use my finger, and then I'm gonna put it on a brush and spray it. And then about after an hour, the storm warn, the winter warning comes on the news, and we were like, really? You guys are a little late. And then that night on the news, like, I don't really think in town they kind of understand what happened out here, because they were just like, oh, it's winter time, and everybody needs to drive cautiously with hazardous conditions. It's like, how do you drive cautiously with a wall of dirt coming at you? And I am also not the greatest in stuff like that. Like, I am a fight or flight person, and I wanted to fly. I wanted to fly out of there so quick. Wow. Wow, my gosh. Can you believe this palette can do that still? So again, I'm just so grateful that everything was okay, but like it was so crazy. My brain had to take a couple of days to process everything. Never experienced anything like that. All right, for the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with a different shimmer, but I'm just gonna go back in with mulberry, and I'm just tapping on the edge. Oh, darn it. See, I was talking. I wanted to do a cut crease again today. I did that in my last video, and I just love the way it turned out, but it still looks good. All right, and this is the look using the entire palette, but now it's time to dip into something a little fun and exciting. I'm going to use the Groovy Garden from Enzy Rain. And I think I'm going to go in with Moonchild right here on the inner corner and then up over the shimmer. And I think I'm just going to go in with a brush. I'm going to start out with a pencil brush and I'm going to spray it. And I'm trying to decide if I just want to keep it like here or if I want to take it all the way across. Oh, wow. Oh, I love that. I think I'm just going to, I'm going to leave some in the, oh boy, that really built it up. I'm just going to bring it there and then up, and I'm just going to kind of leave some like the shimmer in the middle. I did the cut. Wow, holy moly. All right, I'm also going to come in with Mirage from Unearthly and put that right in the corner. Did it pick it up? Oh yeah, oh boy, that's really blinding. All right, guys, I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to finish my makeup and I'll be right back. I get so excited about the lip products, I forgot to say, this is the final look. I love the way this turned out. I mean, you guys saw the shimmer. I mean, all I had to do was spray it, but shimmers aside, these mattes, like how old is this thing? Incredible, incredible mattes. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you what I finished off with. All right, so I wanted to give you this option as matte, and now I'm going to go in with Unearthly's Pollen, and I'm going to put this over the top. So I went in with ColourPop BFF, and then I also used ColourPop BFF2, Lazy Daisy from Dose of Colors, and Pollen from Unearthly. This is another option. I used Milani Cafe au Lait for lip liner, Tease from Melt, and this is the matte version. And now I'm going to add a little lip gloss. I'm laughing because look at that applicator. I can't let it go yet. Can't let it go. Can You Not from Dose of Colors. They unfortunately do not make this one anymore. This is just like a kind of like a beige colored milky lip gloss. I'll just get a little bit right here. Okay, that's this version. All right, guys, and then this is the last option. I went in with Milani's Saucy Toffee and an oldie but goodie in itself, Come On Sis from ColourPop. I'm not going to put lip gloss on it. I actually really like it the way it is, and I just can't imagine. Should I get a lip gloss? I think we're going to stop. We're going to stop. We're going to stop. All right, let me tell you the stuff I used. Went in with the Opulence palette from Zoeva. And I just went in with this one and tapped over with this one. Then I went in with Crimson Lover from Nude Sticks, and it all went wrong from here, guys. I don't know what happened, but it just really messed up my makeup. I had to just keep going back in and fixing it. This is like my favorite cream blush. I mean, look at that color. Look at it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Oh, I could use that for a lipstick. What was I thinking? You know what, guys? Here, let's see. Ah ha ha ha. Can we take it up another notch? I don't think so. Anyways, I'm not happy with her for my blush, but lipstick. She's made a comeback. She's made a comeback. All right, guys, I want to thank you for spending your time with me. And just a second, let me fix this real quick. Mr. Snackers would love it if you guys would subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe for me, do it for him. Don't break his little itty bitty heart. Hit the subscribe. All right, guys, see you next time.